All right, good morning. Oh, whatever. Good afternoon, July 9th. Happy birthday, my brothers and sisters. This is Jamie Bello from BelloHeart Media. I have just happy to see everybody. Thank you for joining me. If you have been checking out my other videos, thank you. I know a lot of them are rough. The quality is not the greatest. I'm working on my production value, um, and hopefully it will pay off and it will make it easier to watch my videos and follow along, things like that. I know that I have to slow down the way I talk. I also know that I need to make my certain things clearer. So, like for instance, on my screen now, I have the Disclosure 2.0 um, QR code, the white one in the corner. And if you pause the screen and use your camera, highlight over it to bring you to the live stream 2.0, right? The other thing is there's my Twitter handle and my YouTube channel name, and of course, I also put my DOB information. The reason why I did that is because of astrology. As if anybody is not aware, I'm on a spiritual journey, and that's part of this channel, I believe. And but the other thing is, I was born at 2:22 in the morning, so not sure fully what that means yet, but I think it means something. I don't know. Feels like it does. Anyway, so what's been going on lately? Well, tonight is last night, June 8th, not June 8th, July 8th. Um, was the Lost Century, Dr. Greer's Lost Century film that was in LA. Now, June 10th, there was that, which is where this QR code is connected to, was the live stream on YouTube for the Disclosure Project, which is all about the future tech, hidden tech, all that good stuff, right? So now that's one of my purposes, is to get the truth out there, right? So if you listen to the mainstream media the last, I don't know, month since that has happened, you really have not seen anything with this except for on Newsmax. And there's some back channel like podcasters like Chris Leto, and there's a few others that have been doing their thing. But you have to look for it though. Newsmax has been up there. Rising.tv, I think, is one of them that's been reporting it. I think even Tucker Carlson may have mentioned on Twitter, but I'm not really sure. The point is, it's not being mentioned anywhere, right? So now, this past tonight, I'm going to play a video for you of Dr. Greer in LA at the premiere, just so you can hear kind of like what's going on. Now, the other thing is, if you really are interested in catching yourself up on the history of this subject, the secrecy and the UFOs and aliens and all that good stuff, you can watch all of Dr. Greer's videos from the past. Sirius is the first one. The second one was Unacknowledged. This is what got me involved in all this. That was, I think, 2007 maybe. Unacknowledged is amazing. Then he did the CE5 one, CE5 protocols. He did another one in there. And then he just did the Lost Century. So and the amount of information he gives you is insane. And go to his website, SiriusDisclosure.com, and you'll even see more. Become an ambassador just to help support, the fact that everybody's voluntary, and they do need support, and they're trying to help humanity. There's not many more worthy causes than the truth for all, and to fix the world that we've broken, right? So check out the CE5 ambassador groups. I think you'll find it refreshing when you find people that are caring, accepting, non-judgmental, supportive, and are all they care about is the truth for people, and they don't even care about their own safety, which is amazing because they're like spiritual warriors almost. It's amazing, and I recommend it highly to everybody. And because that's really the future. So let me hold on one second. I'm going to pause the audio and I'm going to play Dr. Greer's video. Let's see if I can get it up. Oh, before I do that, let me see if I get this Sean Hayes. Does anybody know who Sean? The Sean Ryan Show on YouTube. He's a former military SEAL, a Navy SEAL, and he has a lot to say. He supports Dr. Greer, and I don't know if anybody's aware, but I'm going to play a few, just easier. Eisenhower, our president.
Now, this conjunction of an immense military establishment and a large arms industry is new in the American experience. The total influence, economic, political, even spiritual, is felt in every city, every state house, every office of the federal government. We recognize the imperative need for this development.
Eisenhower warned us about the military-industrial complex. He warned us about this a long time ago, and here it is.
Yet we must not fail to comprehend its grave implications. Our toil, resources, and livelihood are all involved. So is the very structure of our society. In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex. Now, this conjunction of an immense military establishment and a large arms industry.
All right, so if you listen to him, he talks about this happened in, this was when he was leaving presidency. How long ago was Eisenhower president? I mean, before my time. He was he was trying to warn the public about this military-industrial complex and the secrecy, because the story goes that he tried to he during his presidencies, when the programs all started, like where they were starting to put stuff away and make presidents not even have on a need-to-know basis. And once he realized that is when he realized that the corporations are going to take over, and that the corporations and the military-industrial complex are part of the problem, which is what the secrecy is all connected to. And Sean Ryan is a former SEAL, like I said, and he supports Dr. Greer. And he has a special episode coming up tomorrow. I'm going to put a link to his page in my website. I mean, on this link. The other thing is, I think that we. I think that I'm going to play the what's called the Greer YouTube video real quick, okay?
Intelligence Committee for the Senate passed out of committee a bill that I recommended first to Bill Clinton and every president since, and that is that they issue a directive to these corporations and individuals that they comply with allowing the legal government of the United States, which has now been left out of this.
Right.
They don't know. I mean, honestly, I meet with the senior people in Congress and White House. They're not read in or briefed, but they either comply in 6 months, and this is about to get signed, or they are then prosecuted criminally. And if that doesn't work, then there's another action that'll happen.
You know, we need to do this. One of the things.
All right, so what is he talking about? So see, what makes me upset about everything is that Dr. Greer has been working at this for 30 years, right? He gets no recognition because of CE5, the controversial meditation contact methods, because the beings that are the ETs are telepathic, and their consciousness is a level above ours. So it makes sense to communicate to them subconsciously or telepathically, and but a lot of people don't buy into it yet, but they will. That's the way. And I know that because I meditate and I'm spiritual now, so I get it. But a lot of people don't get it, right? So now, what is Dr. Greer doing here? With what he said. He's saying that last December, they put in one of the bills that people can start to, whistleblowers, they're going to develop this ARO. ARO is like this Pentagon committee that they put up that's supposed to be interviewing whistleblowers, in these SCIFs, secure communications, information facilities, which is, what's crazy is that these secret governments have technology that can even listen in skiffs because they have speed faster than light technology, which is better than electromagnetic technology, which is what our current technology uses, right? So they can still hear everything. But anyway, so so last December this bill was passed. Now fast forward 6 months to June, and now you got what's it called? Now you got he's been ushering whistleblowers in, weeks and fewer week into Congress to talk to these people and give information. So now, of course, we haven't heard anything on the mainstream media, which is sickening. It's disgusting. But but as you know, I support Dr. Greer, and I think you guys should get on board and start to understand that he tells the truth. He was offered a ton of money in the 90s where he would be very, very happy and totally not have to worry about anything ever again from that point. And he didn't take it. He's also never on the mainstream media, never, ever, ever. And he only goes on websites and YouTube pages that he knows are truthful and are supportive of his project and supportive of the truth. So when I tell you, my whole channel is about truth. BelloHeart, the truth. People think I'm crazy. You're nuts. What do you mean? Who are you? The truth? Whatever. Don't believe me if you don't. I don't care. I know I speak from my heart. So, and for me to support a gentleman just like that with any sort of trepidation, no sort of, I know for a fact he's telling the truth. You can feel it when you listen to him, but he's deeply spiritual. He's has a heart of gold, family man, and he cares about the future of the planet for his grandkids. And what else could you ask for? He's always told the truth. He has, just because people don't understand all the stuff he's talking about doesn't mean it's not true. Only ignorant people believe that, right? Just because I can't understand it, it's not true. Definitely not true. Oh yeah, really? Stop. If we thought about that, we would do nothing. It's so pathetic. Ignorance is just, it's not an excuse to not explore because we don't, and there's no way you can tell me we just don't want to look into stuff because we already know the answers. We don't know anything. And why would we want to stop looking? That makes no sense. Only control freaks and people that are afraid to lose money or whatever interest in their own interests, selfish interests, would care, right? Anyway, sorry for rambling, but I'm passionate about the truth and passionate about Dr. Greers and his message. So I think the future's going to be exciting either way. I hope that this secret government, since they're controlling the mainstream media, doesn't have an ulterior motive or some sort of controlled release into some sort of threat that scares people. And I hope we get around it, and I hope that the truth does come out to everyone. And I'm here to help, so I look forward to helping everybody. Or whatever. Subscribe, like, don't. I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, thanks for watching. You guys are all awesome. Love you. Have a good day. Bye.